Is this thing on? I'm just kidding. I'm a professional. God damn it, I'm hideous. Alright. So one thing has been true through the history of cinema. A director has to understand his audience, and then he has to communicate with them the right way. Something that'll speak to them, you know? For example, Hitchcock. Despite Cinecolor being around for many years, Hitchcock having used it several times in several movies by the time Psycho was released, he still decided to revert back to a black and white film. By filming in black and white, Hitchcock was able to film the famous murder scene, you know, with the... Because... fucking Christ. By filming black and white, he could film blood pouring down the drain right after murdering, like, the most famous actress of the time. And this was like almost only 30 minutes into the film. This strange choice of film stock showed that Hitchcock knew what his public wanted to see. Violence. He communicated in a way which was very relevant to the times. People were obsessed by actors back then. So murdering such a famous and popular and beloved actress within like 30 minutes of the film was controversial, but people were rushing in to see it. So you might have noticed the unbearable awkwardness. Yeah, I'm usually behind the camera. I'm trying to become a director, and I'm really trying to create films that'll speak to people. I have causes. There are things I want to say, emotions I want to communicate, and I want my audience to feel those emotions with me. So how does this generation do this? They gather on social media. They talk about their desires, their fears, their issues. So I have to use this medium. I need to develop an audience of people who will go watch my content, people who will like what I have to say, people who will support me, people who will make my career advance. I need to grow an audience. As a kid who grew up on the internet, I thought I was doing social networks. Social media is Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, but you're on those. Yeah, that's interneting the right way. No, those are all just interweb sites. Podcasts, vlogs, those are the thing now. You have to show your face, and you have to be sincere. I'm good at doing that in person. I mean, everybody knows I don't have a fucking filter. My favorite answer in a job interview when the person asks, like, oh, what's your biggest weakness? I don't know, I beat women? Oh, calm down, feminists. I don't beat women. It's a thing I do where I take a thing and I humor the other thing. It's humor. It's a joke. Either laugh at it or move on. I mean, you're not gonna like the channel anyways. That's all right. You can disagree. Door's that way. I don't know where it is in your place, but mine's there. So, pretty early in my career at this point, so now's a good time to tag along if you want. I will use this platform as a way to talk about the issues that worry me, things in society that I think need criticizing, and the general sentiment or the emotions that I think our society should have. Like if you need to be mad and stuff, like really angry. I want to talk about the issues that I obsess over as an artiste. If you think that my words hold any truth or that you can see yourself in that logic, then you might like my films. If I ever get any good at it. But don't worry though, this isn't day one. You're not gonna get any of that shitty college film stuff. No. No. I'm sure I've annoyed quite a few people with my Facebook debates all over the Facebook and the... Yeah, I think that's like old forum day mentality. Like, you know, when you're going on the internet and everything's a fucking fight. I didn't get the difference between social networks and regular old forum on the interwebs, so I guess I'm a little sorry for being a cunt. So that's why I'm gonna try to keep all my political debates and all that crap onto my content, so I don't annoy you with your content. And that way we can get along, huh? I know that being a part of a public debate or holding any controversial positions on certain issues can have damaging effects on people's relationships and work opportunities. So I hope that the people surrounding me personally will understand the nuances in what I'm saying. I hope that the people I offend are gonna stay civil and intellectually minded. We're seeing all over the place, there's people whose careers have been ruined because they were quoted out of context. We see people who have been DDoS attacked because they said the wrong words. You have the internet, go check it out. We see people getting attacked, death threats, because we have access to these social networks. That comes with a consequence of everyone else saying whatever they want, which is fine, and I accept that. And I mean, that's part of the public debate that I want. I do want a response, but I don't want any threats. Unfortunately, I know that the context that we're in right now, which makes me want to speak up, is probably going to bring repercussions. So keep that in mind. Try to avoid it. Speaking out in public is scary as fuck these days, okay? That's why people are joining in groups together in private and radicalizing each other, because public speech is that dangerous. This public prosecution climate that we're seeing these days comes mainly from the left, which has become completely extreme in their thoughts of political correctness. They're empowered by this new network of speech, which is social media, and also because they can attack, call them sexist, call them racist, ruin careers. People have been called pedophiles, being misquoted for just using free speech and creating intellectual debate or seeing the other side of the medal. My dad always taught me to jouer l'avocat du diable, be the devil's advocate. First, think of your thought. What's your position on it? Because we all get angry, we all get riled up, we all want to say something. But then the second thing you need to do is say, well, what would that person think? Why would a person on the other side of the issue think those things? And then you test that logic against your own, and that's how you make sense of life. I say all of this as someone who was pretty hard-leaning left my whole life. It's just that the left has gone further and further left, and they forgot to bring reason with them. And everything that was left before is now extreme right to them. However, as my dad, and many of the greatest films of all time have taught me, kid, to make it as someone in this world, you gotta have balls. Metaphorical balls. You know, my dad doesn't speak like that. So anyways, subscribe to my channel, at least for the first video. If you don't like it, I mean, cool, unsubscribe me. It's all good. You can call me an asshole and continue ignoring the points I made. So, yeah. I'm probably going to be super inconsistent at first. I'm going to have to try to find my format. Got a super busy schedule right now, so I have to sort of find a routine that'll fit with all that. So that means you might not get videos like every week or any sort of consistency, but I'll be putting out content as much as I can, including rants about politics, social issues, and life in general. I'll also throw in some artistic content. I'm working on video clips, short films. Hopefully you like it.